The man pressed his ear against the railroad track. After a few seconds, a smile of excitement crept across his face. Seeing this, his companion quickly ordered someone to bring over a bucket of pig fat. They began smearing it evenly across the rails, leaving no detail overlooked. Once the tracks were fully greased, their target finally appeared, a train loaded with gold. At the signal, one of the crew members radioed a group hiding in the nearby woods. Upon receiving the message, those men quickly took cover among the trees. Before long, the train approached, but the robbers didn't rush out to intercept it. Instead, they let it pass right by. That's because their job wasn't to stop the train just yet. It was to lay down a buffer trap. One man tied a thick rope to a tree and propped it up with a wooden stick, carefully making sure the rope was sturdy enough to withstand the force of the train. They laid nearly 100 meters of this buffer line. Meanwhile, on the other side, their teammates were already in position, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. On board the train, the armed guards were laughing and chatting, completely unaware of what was coming. As the sound of the train drew closer, the robbers ducked into hiding. The train rolled onto the pig fat-covered rails, and thanks to the grease, its wheels began to slip and spin in place. Even though the driver pushed the engine to full power, the train wouldn't budge an inch. That was their cue. The robbers burst out from their hiding spot. They quickly took down the driver and his assistant, then tossed a beehive straight into one of the carriages. The guards inside didn't even have time to react before they were swarmed by angry bees. Those who managed to flee the carriage were immediately shot by the gunmen waiting outside. With little resistance, the robbers took full control of the train. The gang leader ordered his men to detach the second carriage and drive off with the engine, which held all the gold. Meanwhile, the guards were still busy getting stung and had no chance to retaliate. The rest of the crew climbed aboard the train, shouting with joy and celebrating their swift victory. But it wasn't over yet. As soon as police headquarters learned that the gold had been hijacked, they dispatched a large team of reinforcements. Back on the train, the stung guards couldn't take it anymore and began jumping off one by one. Seeing that their enemies had finally cleared out, the robbers tossed torches into the carriages to drive out the remaining bees with smoke. It worked, but now they faced a new problem. The train was moving too fast. No matter what they did, it wouldn't slow down, and the police reinforcements were already on their way. Fortunately, the robbers had planned ahead. The buffer rope they'd set up earlier now came into play. Like a roaring steel beast, the train plowed through trees, but the rope held firm. After sliding for what seemed like forever, the train finally screeched to a halt. Hearing their comrades cheer, the men hiding in the woods came rushing out, waving their arms in celebration. They all worked together to unload the gold, sharing in the hard-earned victory. Everyone who took part got a cut. By the time the police reinforcements arrived, all they found were their fallen colleague and an empty track. The robbers had long since vanished.